Good morning, everybody. To my 33 subscribers and anybody else who watches this video. It is, this watch says it is 10:29 in the morning. This watch says that it is 10:26 in the morning. This watch says that it is 10:37 in the morning. Okay. So this is part 9 of the dream. These are the Bible verses. Okay, so in Joyce Meyer's Amplified Bible, it said that the verses that went with Malachi 4:1 were Isaiah 5:21 through 25 and Matthew 3:12. Okay, so those are the verses that we're going to do. Okay, or read. This is the New King James Version. Isaiah 5. Let's see. This section is called God's Disappointing. Oh, no, this is. Nope. Impending Judgment on Excesses. Evidently, there's 2 names to this section. Okay. Okay, 5:21. Woe to those who are wise in their own eyes and they're prudent in their own sight. Woe to men mighty at drinking wine. Woe to men valiant for mixing intoxicating drink. Woe, or who justify the wicked for a bribe and take away justice from the righteous man. Therefore, as the fire devours the stubble and the flame consumes the chaff, so their root will be as rottenness, and their blossom will ascend like dust, because they have rejected the law of the Lord of hosts, and despised the word of the Holy One of Israel. Therefore the anger of the Lord is aroused against his people. He has stretched out his hand against them and stricken them, and the hills tremble. Their carcasses were as refuse in the midst of the streets. For all his anger is not turned away, but his hand is stretched out still. Okay. Matthew 3:12. This section is called John the Baptist Prepares the Way. Okay, 3:12. Chapter 3, verse 12. His winnowing fan is in his hand, and he will thoroughly clean out his threshing floor and gather his wheat into the barn, but he will burn up the chaff with unquenchable fire. Okay, that's the New King James Version. The New Living Translation. Isaiah 5, chapter 5, verse 21 through 25. What sorrow for those who are wise in their own eyes and think themselves so clever. What sorrow for those who are heroes at drinking wine and boast about all the alcohol they can hold. They take bribes to let the wicked go free, and they punish the innocent. Therefore, just as fire licks up stubble and dry grass shrivels in the flame, so their roots will rot, and their flowers wither, for they have rejected the law of the Lord of heaven's armies. They have despised the word of the Holy One of Israel. That is why the Lord's anger burns against his people, and why he has raised his fist to crush them. The mountains tremble, and the corpses of his people litter the streets like garbage. But even then, the Lord's anger is not satisfied. His fist is still poised to strike. Matthew 3:12. This section is called John the Baptist Prepares the Way. Okay. Matthew chapter 3 verse 12. He is ready to separate the chaff from the wheat with his winnowing fork. Then he will clean up the threshing area, gathering the wheat into his barn, but burning the chaff with a never-ending fire. Okay, this is the Joyce Meyer Amplified Version. Isaiah chapter 5, verses 21 through 25. Woe to those who are wise in their own eyes and prudent and shrewd in their own sight. Woe to those who are mighty heroes at drinking wine and men of strength in mixing alcoholic drinks, who justify and acquit the guilty for a bribe, but take away the rights of the innocent and righteous from them. Therefore, as the tongue of fire devours the stubble, and as the dry grass sinks down in the flame, so their roots shall be like rottenness, and their blossom shall go up like fine dust, because they have rejected and cast away the law and the teaching of the Lord of hosts, and have not believed, but have treated scornfully and have despised the word of the Holy One of Israel. Therefore is the anger of the Lord kindled against his people, and he has stretched forth his hand against them, and has smitten them. And the mountains tremble, and their dead bodies were like dung and sweepings in the midst of the streets. For all this, his anger is not turned away, but his hand is still stretched out in judgment. Okay, that's all for this video. Thank you for watching.